This is standing by the road looking out over the property. So that's the end of the road. Got to drive all the way down there to get to the top corner of the top parcel. This is, once you get to the corner and you look down to the other end of the property, the bottom, the lower half. This is from the top corner looking at the approach where previously you couldn't drive to where I was standing, so rocky. This is looking out across the southeast, across the valley. This is the view. Again, this is the view looking towards the east. Sunrise from the pad where the fifth wheel will be. This is down on Highway 61 at the mailboxes, waiting for sunrise. This is looking across the southeast once I got the car down the road. Just a view of how rocky it is. Big boulders. This is sunrise from the fifth wheel pad area. The end of the road again, because obviously the first time wasn't good enough to make the point. This is the rock garden. This is what it's like all over the place. Most of those are, I think, maybe surface. We'll find out once the backhoe gets there. Dead trees. They're all over the place. I thought they were very artistic. This is one of the pine trees or evergreens that are growing on the property. There's not a lot of them. There's a few. There's several holly bushes of some type. These are about the size of a quarter, these leaves. This is looking down the main road with some obscure kind of artistic rendering. More property pics. Looking across some of the grass fields at the massive number of juniper trees. Looking uphill from somewhere around the middle of the property. A lot of these pictures will look the same. The frontage road going down to the lower 10. This is looking into a little clearing where I'm thinking of site number 2 for the fifth wheel. It's very secluded. It's a view across the southern valley to the mountains and the water. Notice how green it is for a desert. It's sitting on top of a nice hill looking across at the mountains to the south. Show low. More of the property pad area. This was some sap off of the pine tree that I didn't recognize. Or let's call it an evergreen, since I didn't recognize it as a pine either. It looks kind of like a evergreen, like a fir. It's not a very big tree. These are the cones that came off of it. Pretty odd-looking little cones. But what would you expect for Arizona? More views. Can't even remember where I was standing. Somewhere in the clearing area for the first RV site. So slight downhill slope. Lots of trees everywhere. Lots of places to hide and explore and trip over rocks. That'll be our lifetime job, removing rocks, or moving them, or getting hernias from moving them. And as I walked the property, there was a lot of these kinds of clearings I came across that I didn't even know existed, because you really gotta do some exploring. That's 20 acres is a lot of property to travel by foot. So I think in an ATV, this is the dry creek bed where the water runs off.